Beyonce's son, Sir Carter, was spotted in NYC recently, and fans couldn't help but notice how much taller he's grown. But once again, questions have resurfaced about why we rarely see him in public. Well, insiders have finally shared the reason, and it might just clear things up. Apparently, if you listen closely to Beyonce's song My Rose from Cowboy Carter, you'll find all the answers you need. Many fans are already loving the track and sending their best wishes to the family. You're my love, my sweet pie, my baby. There's been a lot of talk about why Sir Carter is so rarely seen in public, and one theory that's been circulating is that he might have a medical condition. Of course, online detectives have been quick to share photos and videos, claiming to show signs of it. Even someone like Azealia Banks weighed in, once calling out Beyoncé, saying, "Stop hiding your son from the world, sis. People will find out eventually, and you're going to look bad for being ashamed of your own child." Followers have also chimed in with their own speculations. There's also been speculation that Sir could be autistic, though Beyoncé and Jay-Z have never confirmed anything officially. Some fans have taken matters into their own hands, analyzing his behavior and drawing their own conclusions. Apparently, signs were noticed in Beyoncé's Renaissance film, with many saying both Sir and Rumi show traits they've speculated on. The theory goes that Sir stays out of the public eye because his disabilities are more noticeable, while Rumi is often seen since her condition is less apparent. Some followers even created a list of autistic traits they believe Sir exhibits. Sir has reportedly shown some behaviors in the past, like leg dragging, hand flapping, staring at lights, and repetitive movements. However, one thing we do know for sure is that Beyoncé had to undergo an emergency C-section due to preeclampsia, which posed a serious risk to the health of her unborn twins. Rumi and Sir Beyoncé herself has opened up about how difficult her pregnancy and delivery were, describing it as one of the most challenging experiences of her life. She even shared that on the day she gave birth, she weighed just over 218 pounds, a reality she never expected to face. During her pregnancy, Beyoncé also experienced high blood pressure, and she revealed that while in labor, one of the baby's heartbeats stopped several times, leading to the need for an emergency C-section. Although Beyoncé didn't specifically say which twin had the heartbeat issues, there has long been speculation that it was Sir, with some people assuming that this complication might have impacted his health and development. That's all we can say for certain, but as for whether there's anything actually wrong with him, I can't confirm that. However, that hasn't stopped people from questioning and speculating. People have been wondering why Sir is so rarely seen in public, especially when Rumi seems to make frequent appearances. Rumi even modeled for her mother's fashion brand, Ivy Park, alongside her sister Blue. While some might say it's a girl's thing, it does raise the question, why doesn't Jay-Z ever take Sir to do boy stuff? In fact, when Jay-Z is out with his kids, he's usually seen with Blue or Rumi, or both. For example, Jay-Z took Blue Ivy and Rumi to the 2024 Super Bowl, where they were photographed posing on the field. Then, after Beyoncé's halftime performance last Christmas, Blue was there, and Rumi was spotted leaving with the rest of the family. Rumi was also seen backstage at Beyoncé's performance, captured on camera with her dad Jay-Z, grandmother Tina, and Michelle Williams, dressed in an all-white outfit, just like Beyoncé and Blue. As for Blue, she's made numerous appearances on social media and at events, more times than we can count. Just recently, she was part of an interview with her mom, where she shared her experience, saying, "It was a really amazing experience, and I feel like everybody that's a part of this is so helpful and supportive. The director, Barry, is a really sweet person, and he tells me ways that I can improve in my lines. He's very supportive and tells me in the nicest way possible, and I feel like." Blue shared how grateful she is for the support, saying, "This is just a great experience for me, and I'm really happy that girls who look like me all around the world are able to watch this movie and hear and see themselves in it." Blue has also made significant moves in her career. For instance, when she was just 2 days old, she was featured on her father's song Glory, earning the title of the youngest person ever to have a song appear on a Billboard chart, according to Guinness World Records. In 2020, she was also featured in her mother's song Brown Skin Girl, and for that, Blue won a BET Award and an NAACP Image Award. Blue Ivy also made history by winning a Grammy Award for Best Music Video for her feature on Brown Skin Girl. She became the second youngest person ever to win a Grammy as an individually credited artist. Beyond her musical achievements, Blue has been involved in major milestones, like helping induct her dad into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and narrating a book. She's also been seen multiple times during Beyoncé's performances. For example, when Beyoncé performed in Dubai in January 2023, Blue made a special appearance during the hour-long set, singing a duet of Brown Skin Girl. A few months later, in May 2023, Blue Ivy stood out at the opening night of her mom's Renaissance World Tour. Blue Ivy was also a part of Mufasa, and as we saw, she's been everywhere with her parents and grandmother. She performed multiple times with Beyoncé, including during the Renaissance World Tour that kicked off in Stockholm, Sweden. Just like Rumi, we've seen a lot of Blue. But Sir, on the other hand, has remained out of the spotlight. The curiosity around his absence resurfaced again in December when Beyoncé and Blue were featured in a Good Morning America interview to promote Mufasa, the Lion King. While Blue spoke alongside her mom, Rumi made an adorable cameo at the end, but Sir was notably missing from the interview, sparking more fan speculation about where he was. Their grandmother, Tina, also wasn't seen in the segment. Tina has shared a lot about the kids to help fans understand why Sir is rarely seen. According to Tina, Blue is definitely a little queen bee with many fans and hidden talents the world hasn't fully seen yet. She paints, draws, writes poetry. She's just an artistic soul. Tina also mentioned that Rumi is an artist like her parents, and she just made history at 7 years old. Rumi, at just 6 years old, even made it to the Billboard Hot 100, beating her sister Blue Ivy to the milestone. Blue Ivy made history by making it to the Billboard Hot 100 at just 6 years old, something her sister Rumi recently accomplished. Tina spoke about Rumi, calling her an amazing artist, painter, and creator, emphasizing that it's no surprise given the environment she's growing up in, where creativity and fashion are constant themes. As for Sir, Tina gave some insight into his personality in an interview with E! News, explaining why he's often absent from family events. She said Sir is very quiet and prefers to focus on numbers, which means he's not as into fashion or public appearances. Matthew, the kid's grandfather, also shared his love for his grandkids, saying Blue Ivy is just so incredible and reminds him so much of Beyoncé. As for Sir, he said Sir just likes to keep his world to himself, while Rumi reminds him of Solange. Beyoncé and Jay-Z have also mentioned multiple times that they want their children to have as much normalcy as possible. Beyoncé told GQ that she's made a conscious effort to stay true to her boundaries and protect her family first. She praised Blue, saying, Blue is an artist, she has great taste in music and fashion, and she's a fantastic editor. Beyoncé shared that Blue has been a natural artist from a young age. She's been creating characters since she was just 3 years old. Beyoncé also emphasized that she didn't want Blue on stage, but Blue wanted it for herself. She took it seriously, earned her place, and most importantly, had fun. Beyoncé reflected on watching Blue grow with every performance, saying, we all watched her grow more and more every night before our eyes. Beyoncé also mentioned how her kids come everywhere with her, whether it's to her office after school or to the studio for dance rehearsals, which made it natural for them to learn choreography. She also stressed that no amount of money was worth her peace, adding that she made an effort to only tour when her kids were out of school to prioritize family time. Beyoncé also shared that she's always dreamed of a life where she could travel the world with her family, exposing them to different languages, architecture, and lifestyles. Jay-Z expressed similar sentiments during an episode of Kevin Hart's Heart to Heart series on Peacock. He spoke candidly about how much he strives to prioritize time with his 3 kids, saying, time is all anyone had, and it's the only thing you can control. He emphasized the importance of how you spend your time, noting that every second spent away from your children is a second taken away from their development. Jay-Z also emphasized how much he and Beyoncé love their children more than anything in the world. Regarding their kids' privacy, a source told Hollywood Life that Beyoncé does everything she can to keep their lives as normal as possible. The source mentioned that Beyoncé played a key role in selecting schools for Blue, ensuring that she attended the most private one to allow her to have a normal childhood, just like any other preschooler. She did the same for the twins. The comments from family members reinforce the idea that Sir's absence from public events is simply because he prefers to keep to himself and is not as interested in the public spotlight. Sir seems to be laid back and chill, not really interested in large public outings. However, some still speculate that he may have a condition, as others have suspected. As mentioned earlier, sources suggest the answers might be found in Beyoncé's song, My Rose. In the song, She sings, "How many times have you let yourself get you down, my dear? So many roses, but none to be picked without thorns. So be fond of your flaws, dear. I just hope you love yourself like that, and I really hope the best for you. You're my love, my sweetie pie, my baby, you're my heart, I hope. Oh, I hope." Some believe the song offers a glimpse into her feelings and possibly Sir's situation. Some believe the reason people want to see Sir Carter more often is so they can confirm there's something wrong with him, almost to feel better about themselves. It's a pretty messed up perspective when you think about it. But what do you think? Are Beyonce and Jay-Z just keeping Sir out of the spotlight because it's not his thing? Or do you think there's something more going on? Drop your thoughts in the comment section below.